Okay, so first, what you do.
Okay, your phone sliding all
Lord, stay up. Okay. You're gonna be stubborn, aren't you? Nope.
Is it because it's...
Let me go find me something.
Here, hold on. Try this. Tiff, I got it. Tiff, I got it. Lincoln.
No.
Ella, you're not missing nothing. I got it. I put it on the thing instead of so it doesn't slide.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, with this,
Hmm?
you do like this.
Uh-huh.
You push really hard down, all the way down.
Okay. Be careful with that. That could slice your hands.
I've done this several times.
Alright.
You see what it's doing?
Yeah. Is it taking the middle of the core out? Oh, careful, the phone's gonna fall.
This is the core.
Uh-huh.
It took the whole thing out for you.
Okay.
So what you do is that.
Alright.
This is trash.
Okay.
Go ahead and try it yourself now.
Alright.
Yep. By the way, there's a woman I've been following on TikTok. She doesn't speak English,
Mm-hmm.
but if you select the subtitles, they will translate it to English for you so you know what they're saying to each other, her and her
Okay.
daughter.
Mhm.
And it's crazy different things her daughter does. And the look on her mom's face like, I know I raised you better than that. And one of them is she was trying to tell her daughter how to pop popcorn on the stove, and she kept trying to tell her, put the lid on it before it
Yeah.
starts popping. The girl takes the lid and uses it as a shield when it starts popping up into the air. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, that's not much. She even yelled for her mom, who comes in, grabs the thing in her hands like it's not a shield, and then puts it on top of the pot.
Oh,
my goodness.
Lord bless it. Okay.
I can't find what came on.
What are you looking for?
It's killer. I can't find it, so I'm just gonna use what I use. Got it?
Yeah. I got it.
You need to start standing up.
Well, I'm probably jumping on it, so it's not helping out.
I'm gonna go find something. See if I can get it to stick to the wall so I can see everything we're doing. But this is going on YouTube.
Girly, this is apples. This is not for you.
She don't know that. She's like, ooh, I can hear you doing something.
She says, I want it. Okay. Apple needs to.
Okay, try this again.
Ah, I got it. She looking at me like, you gonna give me one of those? Like, it's an apple. Not for you.
Okay, that no.
It says not today.
Maybe if I do this. No, because then it's just gonna fall behind the stove. Okay.
Right. Wonder if that helps. Did you tape it? I used the box to keep it pushed up.
Okay. Because nothing's working.
Oh, it was sliding when I was moving.
Yes.
That all the apples?
Okay. What? There's nothing up here for you, little girl. There's not. See? There's nothing up here for you.
She wants an apple. Or she thinks she wants an apple.
Now another one.
They think it's for them. Yeah.
I know.
Got it.
There you go. Okay.
Yep.
So what you're gonna do is take this and carefully peel this off. That's what you have to do next.
Oh yeah, no.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, that's all you. There ain't no way. I'll slice my finger off. Nope, it's all you.
Another one of my kids who thinks this is for them. For some reason, it's not working. Use this. Do you know how to peel with a knife or no?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll watch. Just be on the safe side, I'll watch. I don't feel like cutting my finger off. I need those.
I've done it several times, so.
Yeah, not your finger off, but you cut your finger. You gotta be careful. Yeah, be careful. Don't get too close to your face. You need your hands too. Nothing for you, Lincoln. You think it's for you.
I'm gonna be stubborn. Let me get that piece off. Okay. Bring the trash can over here so you can put these in there. Okay, so.
Oh, Tiffany, be careful.
I'm okay.
That was close.
Something tells me that if I ever actually start cooking more stuff or baking and you're around me, you're going to be in the background being a backseat baker / cutter / whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah, just to make sure. Well, I don't mind. Just be careful. Like, that was so close to your face and then your chest. Oh, yeah. Me and knives don't get along very well. They're not my friend.
I'd rather injure myself than accidentally injure you or someone else.
Well, look, that's why I don't do knives.
And who did that? You?
Yeah. It went through my leg. Yeah.
Did I tell you what happened when I was on the boat 4th of July last year?
No, I didn't even know you were on a boat.
Okay, so,
Talking about Jared's boat?
well, it's his company that he works for boat, but they let him borrow it for 4th of July.
Okay.
They had invited us for 4th of July to go with them, and we boat around a little bit, and then we stop somewhere, anchor the boat, get off, and swim in the lake.
Okay. Not a good idea, but okay.
He does it all the time. Only in the summertime, though, like spring and summer.
Okay.
For Mother's Day, he took Jennifer to do it because that's what she requested. But we were all having fun. I had gotten into the water after I put on sunscreen, and Jennifer was trying to find something, so I had was trying to climb out of the water onto the boat to see if I had something that she could use in my purse. As I started to try to climb up the ladder, my left foot, which was the first foot I put up to try to climb up,
Yeah.
slipped off the ladder fast, and it hit something sharp in the water underneath the boat. It was the most excruciating pain that I had felt, like, from down below. Not my head, because my head, the migraines I go through is completely opposite, but it was excruciating pain I went through. And I did my best not to scream bloody murder because I didn't want to scare the kids. I didn't want them thinking that me screaming is because I was being attacked by something in the water, because they're all in the water. And I didn't want them getting scared. I tried to look at my foot under the water to see what had happened, but the water was so dirty you couldn't see a darn thing. You couldn't even see your foot in front of you. So I slowly managed to climb myself all the way up onto the boat, sat down, looked at my foot, and discovered that whatever I hit took a chunk out of my foot.
Oh no, so it was like a rock or something?
No, it was the propellers.
Oh, wow.
Julian was on the boat. I asked him, hand me one of our, we brought like several towels, and I asked him, bring me one of mine. And he goes, what happened? And I told him what happened. He goes, well, how bad is it? I showed it to him. He goes, oh my God, you need to go to the hospital. I need the stitches.
You got stitches in your foot?
No, I chose not to go to the hospital because I didn't want to spend the rest of 4th of July in a freaking waiting room waiting for Gastonia Hospital to do their damn job.
Gotcha.
And I said, F that in my head. Nope.
Okay.
I'm like, nope.
So you just band-aid it?
So what happened is when I saw what had happened, I'm like, okay. And Julian goes, you gotta go to the hospital. I looked at him and said, no. Nope. Jennifer was wondering why Julian had flipped out. She came over and I showed it to her. She goes, what did you hit it on? And I'm like, something sharp under the water. I don't even know. And that's when she goes, okay, we're gonna have to go back to the main dock where you load your boat into the water. They have emergency docking there, when they should have an emergency kit where we can wrap it up. And she called out to her husband, who was in the water with their son, and said, we need to go back to the emergency dock. And he goes, why is that? And she goes, because Tiffany injured her foot somehow. And he goes, well, how bad is it? She goes, she has to keep a towel pressed on it in order for the blood to stop pouring out of it. Blood was pouring out. I have all the pictures of it on my phone, but I don't know if you can handle it or not.
Probably not.
It was a huge gash.
Let's not get in that.
I have the scar on my foot.
Do you?
Yes, I have a scar from where it was.
Because you didn't get stitches, so it didn't heal properly. Right?
The scar itself feels like rubber to me.
So does mine. Look. Right there. Looks like a shark bite, right? Right there?
Kind of.
Yeah, no.
That's from a knife?
Beer bottles.
Oh.
I fell on beer bottles and this whole thing was open like a mouth.
Yeah.
And they tried to make me
Mine
walk
was
on
a
it.
huge gash right here on the top of my foot.
Oof.
I'll show you the scar. It took about a month and a half for it to fully heal.
Oh yeah, I bet. You probably couldn't walk properly.
It was not easy.
Yeah.
Jared got out of the water, climbed onto the boat, looked at my foot, and goes, "What did you hit?" I pointed in the direction as to whatever was under the water. He hits a button, raises the propeller up out of the water, looks at it, and goes, "You mean this thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm not at all surprised that you're bleeding. Those are called propellers. When you turn it on and it's in the water, it's supposed to dice through anything that's in the water so the boat can get from here to here when it's turned on.
Yeah.
When it's turned off, it's not in motion.
Yeah.
And it's in the water, but it was 4 different white blades. Sharp as hell.
Mm. It was like putting your finger in a blender.
Yes.
Ugh.
It was
no,
bad.
I don't want to see it.
And so and he even, like him, his wife, Julian, all of them were saying you need to go to the hospital. We also had her sister and the sister's boyfriend and their kid. I looked at them and said, I am not going to the hospital.
I don't blame you.
I am fine. Just go get a first aid kit. We'll put some bandages on it, wrap it up. I will sit on the boat with it wrapped up in a towel. You guys can go swimming and I will sit here. And they're like, are you sure? And I said, don't ask me that again. I'm not going to the damn hospital. I am not spending 4th of July in a freaking hospital.
I don't blame you. I blame neither.
So they took me to the first aid docking emergency thing, and they all came out to see what was going on, and he explained that we needed a first aid kit. So they brought Neosporin and a couple of Band-Aids, thinking it was just a small cut. When I unwrapped my foot and they looked at it, all the men were like, oh my God, you gotta go to the hospital. Oh my God. By the time I was done hearing it in my mind, I'm thinking, how many people are gonna tell me that?
Oh yeah, I believe a lot of people told you that.
Yes, when I put it on Facebook about it, everyone was saying, go to the hospital, you need stitches. And I'm like, you gonna pay the hospital bill?
Yeah, because it's probably a lot.
And you're gonna sit there waiting for me to be finished? I'm probably gonna be in the waiting room for half an hour. Or longer. Probably 6 or 7 hours.
Hanging out at a, I was hanging out in the woods, and I walked by to go across the fire, right?
Okay.
And they were throwing beer bottles in this area that I didn't realize. So I couldn't see, it was really dark. So I was walking by, while I fell, I had skinny jeans on. Well, when I fell, I got up, I didn't feel the pain. I didn't feel anything.
Were you drunk?
No, I wasn't even drinking. I was just walking by, and I'm a ditz. I don't pay attention to a lot. So I was just walking by, and
now do you?
Oh yeah. So I was walking by, and I just fell, and I got up, and I was like, it doesn't hurt. Somebody looked at me and looked down and said, Chelsea, you're bleeding. I said, what? I touched it, and you could see where the gash was, where it opened my skinny jeans, where the skinny jeans was going into my skin.
Ah.
So when they cut my skinny jeans off, he tried to make me walk on it, and I was like, I'm not walking on that. And he's like, well, you need to walk on it. And I said, it's open. Can you stitch it up so I can walk on it after it's stitched? And he's like, no, we're going to do it. And then they didn't want to wait for my mom. And I was like, wait for my mom. And they're like, well, no, you deserve this because you wanted to go play in the woods after we said not to be in the woods.
So they wanted you to feel pain for
They
having
wanted
to go.
me to suffer. Yeah, the doctor did.
How old were you?
I was 16, 17.
They felt like you were being a rebellious teenager and they wanted to teach you a lesson.
Correct. And so I cussed him out. I did. And I told him that you're going to wait for my mom and I need a new doctor. Get me a new freaking doctor. Said the F word though, but yeah, new doctor. And I got a new doctor. He did not stitch me up. He left me alone. Because he was being...
He didn't want to be bothered.
No, he was being rude, so I said I want a different doctor. They got plenty of them.
Yeah.
So I wished for another one. And then they waited for my mom, and it was a girl. Then they held me down because I didn't want them to touch me. And then they had to strap me down to do my stitches. Because I was kicking them. Right in their face.
Why did you not want them to touch you? They have to get the stitches in.
Well, I didn't realize that it consisted of a needle and what it consisted of getting stitches. I haven't
You
had
never watched
stitches.
Grey's Anatomy, have you?
And at the time, I hadn't seen
I've
what
watched Grey's
stitches
Anatomy
were.
enough. I know what's required.
And I didn't know what stitches were, either.
It's supposed to be to keep it from staying open so the skin can heal itself. So, but okay.
Butterfly Band-Aids, though, do the same thing.
I wrapped it up and everything. When it was all done and over with and it was time to go home, that's when they decided, okay, we're going to go home now. We're done swimming. We stopped at Walmart to get a few things so they could cook on the grill. And I went to the pharmacy area and I grabbed what I needed for my foot.
How'd you walk on it?
I was limping.
I wouldn't.
But I refused to give in to it. I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. And when we got back to Jennifer's house, she helped me clean it up and rebandage it. It bled right through the Band-Aid. My white sock was soaked and it was red afterwards.
Yeah, believe that.
He's
won something. He's waiting patiently too.
But twice a day, first thing in the morning, first thing at night before I go to bed, I would put new medicine on it, rewrap it, and I'd keep going. I found ways to do sponge baths, and I found ways to have my foot sticking out of the bathtub while I was taking showers. I figured out ways to maneuver. And whenever me and Julian had to go to Walmart, I would be sitting in those mobile carts.
I don't blame you. You were broken.
Yeah.
You haven't done your ice shaver yet?
No, not yet. Okay, now, who's next? Let's see. In the fridge, you will see the eggs sitting on that thing.
You got new eggs?
Pull out 2.
What, 2?
Yes, I need 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you get... Oh, wait. You got all of Julian's stuff in his bag, right? His birthday bag?
Yes.
You got the rest of the stuff I gave you put in his bag?
Yes, I did.
Sorry for my kids opening the comb.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at it.
They opened it, so just be aware it's open for my children. I didn't touch it. They were trying to eat it.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Mint is not my friend, but it is to them.
Trying to. Now, it says 2 eggs, slightly beaten, and then it says 3/4 cup of oil. You'll have to grab that oil.
Alright. Okay, well, if the oil will come to me, that'd be great. So it's getting stuck. I guess when you're done, would you get him something, a can? Because he's waiting patiently, just being pretty. I got her to get you a can, Lincoln. Oh yeah, Mom's got a can. Oh yeah. He says, oh yeah.
He's like, I'm being patient.
So I'm being good. Yes, thank you, Mama. Thank you. I'm
Okay.
good.
3/4 cup of oil. And what I usually do, where's your phone?
Right here.
Go on the internet and
Okay.
type in, how do I get 3/4 cup? And it would tell me which of these measuring cups I had to do like 4 or 5 times.
How to get 3/4 cup?
Yes.